Early this morning, radar operators aboard a U.S. aircraft carrier detected something unusual. Multiple high-speed objects rising fast from the coastline. Within seconds, alarms triggered across the strike group. Missiles were in the air. And for a brief moment, one of the most powerful naval formations on Earth had to answer a single question. Was this a test, or the beginning of something much bigger? The incident reportedly occurred in the Persian Gulf, where a U.S. carrier strike group has been operating amid rising regional tension. A typical strike group includes one nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, guided missile cruisers, destroyers equipped with Aegis air defense systems, attack submarines beneath the surface. Together, this formation represents floating air superiority and missile defense layered across hundreds of miles. But geography matters. The Gulf is narrow, and that changes everything. According to regional monitoring reports, multiple ballistic and cruise missile signatures were detected launching from Iranian territory during what was described as a military exercise. Officially, Iran framed the launch as defensive drills, but the trajectory raised eyebrows. Because the missiles flew in the general direction of international waters where the U.S. carrier was operating. Even if not directly targeted, the message was clear: we can reach you. Within seconds of detection, the carrier group shifted into defensive posture. Aegis Combat System's onboard destroyers began tracking each incoming object. Radar arrays rotated, interceptors armed, electronic warfare suites powered up. This is where modern naval warfare becomes less about explosions and more about timing. Because in missile defense, reaction speed determines survival. If the missiles had been hostile and locked onto the carrier group, here's what the defense layers would look like. First layer, long-range interceptors launched from escort ships. Second layer, medium-range missiles designed to destroy incoming threats mid-air. Final layer, close-in weapon systems, rapid-fire cannons capable of shredding missiles seconds before impact. Multiple chances to stop the threat, but zero margin for hesitation. Reports indicate the missiles did not directly target the carrier. Instead, they splashed down in designated exercise zones. No impact, no intercept, no casualties. But the event wasn't about damage. It was about signaling. And signaling in military strategy can be just as powerful as a strike. Aircraft carriers are symbols of American global power. They project air dominance without needing foreign bases. Iran understands that. And missile drills near a carrier send a calculated message: you are within range. At the same time, the U.S. response was equally deliberate. The strike group did not reposition dramatically. It did not escalate publicly. It simply remained, which sends a different message. We're not leaving. Both sides are operating inside a narrow margin. Iran demonstrates missile capability. The U.S. demonstrates defensive confidence. Neither side crosses the line, because escalation in that region would disrupt global oil routes and trigger wider geopolitical consequences. So instead, we see controlled pressure, calculated displays, military choreography at sea. The danger isn't planned drills. The danger is miscalculation in crowded waters, with overlapping radar signals and split-second decisions. One misread trajectory, one radar glitch, one commander interpreting intent incorrectly. That's how accidents become history. For now, both sides continue operations. Iran will likely conduct more exercises. The U.S. strike group will continue patrol. Diplomatic channels will stay active behind closed doors. But beneath the surface, both militaries are studying the data, reaction times, tracking performance, signal strength. Every drill becomes intelligence. No missiles hit a carrier. No war began. But something still changed. Because in modern warfare, power is not only measured in firepower, it's measured in posture. And today, both sides reminded the world, the sea remains calm, but it is heavily armed. If tensions continue to rise, the next alarm may not be part of an exercise. And that's when the real test begins.